Okay, Baizhu or Ganyu, DPS or support, Dendro or Cryo, 3000 years old waifu or dying husband? Wait, what? Oh, oh, he's actually dying. Oh, okay. The second phase for Genshin Impact 3.6 banner is already came out, and we are going to talk about them and review the overall value of the banner. Hey everyone, my name is JyoSan and let's jump into it. Let's talk about the new character first, and we will start with Baizhu. Now, in general, Dendro character have been overall a solid unit that work with one way or another. Even lately, people start to figuring out the potential of ternary in a specific situation. So at the very least, you cannot go wrong with having Baizhu. He will have a really good healing capability, providing resistance to interruption, and a little bit of shielding on the side. With that being said, you have to consider that Baizhu Dendro application will not be the best in town, making Baizhu more of a fancy second Dendro character option. Although I have a hunch, just a hunch, where maybe he will get a better performance as a new character comes in the game where they can take advantage of the unique Baizhu healing kit. To be specific, it's about how he can heal the entire team at the same time with only his elemental skill. But once again, it's just a hunch, alright? It's just a hunch. For a legal reason, it's just a maybe. After that, we have Ganyu, the old reliable DPS character. If you're a new player and want a DPS, then Ganyu is a great choice for you, because he will carry you throughout the entire game from early enemy challenge quests, exploration, and up until the end game content of Spiral Abyss. She has two solid playstyle, which is our Melt and Freeze. Both of which have consistent damage uptime, their own advantage, and can destroy Spiral Abyss within smooth sail. There's a little bit of bias over here, not gonna lie, because I used her since her first banner appearance. Carried me from early days of playing the game and up until the last Battle Abyss. So yeah, she's really strong and I really appreciate her as a character. And I just want to let you know that, she's a good DPS character. Now let's get into the 4-star character. From first glance, we know none of the featured 4-star doesn't really have a good compatibility with Ganyu, so that's a thing to consider. Now, the first 4-star we have is Fischl, a very old 4-star character, so a lot of older players may already have her at C6. She is very valuable, she is very strong electro damage dealer that also work as a battery as well as a fast electro applicator. So, if you're a new player and you trying to pull in this banner, I really hope you get as many constellation of Fischl as possible. Next one is Candace. Honestly, there's not much to talk about her. She provides the on-field character with Hydra Infusion and normal attack buff. Her compatibility is either really specific, like for buffing Ayato's elemental skill, or it is in a team where if you just change Candice with other Hydro character, it will just perform way better. And after that, the last 4-star character is Kaveh, another new character, so we have to see it more in game. But he have playstyle that focus on bloom reaction teams by being the on-field danger driver. So you can say it can be alternative for some Alhaitham or even Sino team where you put Hyper Bloom reaction and then you put Sino or Alhaitham, and instead of them you put Kaveh in there. But once again, we still have to see it more in the game. And now let's talk about the weapon banner. I highly advise if you're free to play, just avoid the weapon banner. And if you're a low spender, make sure you pull on a banner where you're fine getting either one of the featured weapon. That's just like a good rule of thumb on pulling on a weapon banner. And sadly, this weapon banner is not that. First is the 5-star catalyst, right? It literally only works on Baizhu. There is no other character that can activate the full stack of the weapon. The weapon is just a fancier version of Prototype Ember, a free craftable weapon Prototype Ember. So I don't know why don't you just choose that over the 5-star weapon. Unless you really love your Baizhu, then yeah, you do you. Next one is Amos Bow, the weapon that was at the time supposed to be Ganyu's best in-slot weapon. But newer weapons that came out in the game such as Aqua Simulacra, Hunter's Path, and Polar Star perform better than Amos Bow in Ganyu. Even if you have something like Skyward Harp or Thundering Pulse, those weapons also perform similar with Amos Bow in Ganyu. So yeah, in my opinion, it's better for you to just wait for the next weapon, the better weapon that will come out with potentially a better secondary rate up 5-star weapon instead of this catalyst. Oh yeah, and then also after that, Amos Bow is a standard banner weapon, so you can get it even outside of this weapon rate up. After that, we talk about the 4-star weapon. It is actually not bad. First, we have both Sumeru weapon series, Makhaira Aquamarine for the Claymore and Wandering Evenstar for the Catalyst. Both have the same stat with the same effect. It have elementary substat with a passive that give the wielder and your entire team bonus attack based on your elemental mastery. So definitely an option for Kaveh for the Claymore, and you can use Catalyst on either Nahida or Sucrose. Next one is Favonius Polearm. Not much to say here, Favonius is just a great weapon, providing a lot of energy recharge for your team. After that, there's Sacrificial Bow. Essentially, it is just an alternative to Favonius Bow because of the energy provided by the weapon. And then the last one is Lion's Roar. In some situation where you can take advantage of the passive and then makes the passive really sustainable, then this weapon can level up to a good offensive weapon. So yeah, the 4-star selection is okay. The problem is the 5-star. So what's your opinion on the second half of patch 3.6 banner? Let me know in your comment below. Do you pull for any of the character? Do you pull for Baizhu? Do you pull for Ganyu? Just write a comment below. And that's all for the quick banner review. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I'm JyoSan, I'll see you next time and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.